Hey, what's up? I'm Kendall.
I'm Dustin, and we're Heffron Drive.
We're hanging out with Rob from Front Row Live.
I'm reunited with Heffron Drive, but actually this is the first time I meet this guy right here, Dustin and his nipples. How are you?
My nipples are great. I'm feeling good. We're here on the beach in beautiful. I don't remember the last time I was actually here at the beach.
Right.
And we live in SoCal, so you think you would come all the time.
It's okay. I just found out. I just finally saw Pinks for the first time yesterday, and I was like, damn.
Did you go?
No, I didn't. I was going to another shoot, but I was like, dang, what kind of LA person am I?
Well, I've lived in LA for 16 years and have never been to Pink's.
All right,
so I
cool.
can
I'm not
tell
the
you
only
that
one.
you're not the only one.
So let's talk a little bit about that new song that's been out right now. And I actually got a little scared on the way here because it was pouring coming here, but it's nice and bright here.
Right?
So it was pouring on my way from here.
Wow.
So let's talk a little bit about Rain Don't Come.
Okay, well, Rain Don't Come, well, it's kind of appropriate for that, but the messaging behind it really is struggling to achieve your dreams, and of course they're always a struggle, but you never give up,
Right.
you know, and that's sort of the base value explanation of it. But it really kind of applies to, you know, the drought that we have here.
True.
And any place in the world that might be experiencing a drought,
Very
which
true.
there's a lot.
Now, coming into the song, this was actually like your longest song to really create, right? It took a while to make.
Yeah, it took. We worked on it for about a year, through different versions of the song, and we actually almost lost the song like 5 times. Like the sessions quit, or they kept crashing, and yeah, I mean I'm just happy the song actually saw the light of day.
So let's talk a little bit about the creation of it, because not only did it take a while, but it's actually like a new sound for Heffron Drive. It's not something that the fans have been listening too much recently, right?
No, and I think, I mean, we're hoping it's a new sound in general. Of course, the next few songs we have coming out, we keep switching it up.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of Heffron Drive, is that we're the two creative forces behind it, and it's really up to us to decide what we want to put out there in the world, and we can just constantly keep switching it up. But this is a new sound because, first of all, there's a lot of eclectic instruments in the song, from the flute, which is a real flute, it's not a sample, and there's an ngoni, which is a West African instrument.
Right.
In the background of the verses, you can hear it. Our first song that we've ever done with live drums, which is a big deal. Some people might not have even noticed that we don't use live drums, but we wanted to make a difference from our last stuff to this new stuff. So live drums, I really think, is what's going to be tying all the new stuff in together.
Right.
There's just a different feel that you can't get with programmed drums.
Right.
And besides that, the lyrical content is very deep and has a lot of innuendo in the messaging. And I think we're just trying to step up our game and make a more mature sound, really.
Let's go back to that African instrument. You said ngoni?
Ngoni, yeah.
All right. So how did this instrument make it to the song? And I'm glad it did, because I feel like it adds a lot to the song.
Well, that's sampled. It really just stemmed from.
Because we don't know how to play ngoni.
Yeah, we're not professional ngoni players yet.
You guys have something to work on.
You're right. That's actually what I'm going to go do after this interview, is pick up my ngoni. No, we found the sound, and we were like, oh, that's interesting. Like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know, and so we started playing around with it, and then did some research, and we actually did play one.
Right.
We went to NAMM, which is like this big music convention in January, and we were walking around, and I saw one. And I was like, oh my God, that's an ngoni. So we went over and we played it for like 20 minutes or so. And we were like, you're never going to believe this, but we actually just put one of these in a song.
Which, by the way, that guy that made the ngonis had
Yeah.
never been more excited in his life.
Really?
The fact that somebody recognized the instrument that he makes, because nobody knows what that thing looks like.
I mean, you hear it and it sounds awesome, but like, what is
6
it?
feet long, and it's like a round sheepskin covered thing with 3 strings.
Interesting.
It like makes no sense. And do you know what the plug-in was that had ngoni on it? Like, if people wanted to play it, they could find it.
You can find it. Yeah, it's in battery.
Battery. Yeah. On Contact.
No, it's part of the. So it's part of the Native Instruments package. Yeah, it's in battery. You can go find it. Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy.
So, are we gonna hear a little bit more of this instrument in any other stuff?
You know-
Is this gonna be the new guitar?
We've been working out some crazy ngoni solos.
Yeah.
I've been hanging with my friend Slash, Orianthi, and we've been working out crazy things to do on the Ngoni.
Actually, Guns N' Roses, instead of Slash playing the guitar, he's decided to switch it up and play the Ngoni for all of the solos.
Right.
That's going to be a sick tour.
It's actually called Sweet Ngoni of Mine. That's their new single that they're coming out with.
You're right, you do all the really dad jokes.
Good stuff on your dumb shit. It works. So jumping into the album, what is going on right now with the album? Where are you guys at with the album? Is this something that you guys are producing on your own? Is there somebody else stepping in and helping you guys out?
No, actually, this one is completely us. And we've been writing material for about the last year or so. And like 2 months ago, we went in, and our friend AJ, who plays drums, he's our drummer on tour.
From Backstreet Boys?
Yes, AJ McLean from Backstreet Boys.
He plays and sings at the same time.
Right. Yeah. No auto-tune. He actually came in and recorded all the drums for the album. So it's a whole new venture for us musically. And it's, the maturation process is happening. So
It's like a fine wine.
All right.
Aged in a oak cask barrel.
I don't know about that. Kendall's like a nice cab. I'm like a cool Chianti.
So where are you guys at right now with the record? Where are you guys at right now with the record? Like, is this something we're going to be listening to anytime soon? Is there still a lot of work to be on it?
It's actually like 45 minutes of whale sounds. And
last time I spoke with Mariana's Trench, they said the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know who got there first.
Well, we might have taken that from them.
All right.
To be honest, but I think they'll be happy with it. No, we here's the good thing. We have all of the skeletons of the songs that will most likely be on the album.
Right.
Being that everything is self-produced, there's only 2 people doing it, so it takes time.
Of course.
Obviously, Rain Don't Come could have been finished sooner if we didn't have all the computer issues that we had.
Right.
But it actually worked out perfectly with when we wanted to release new music, how we wanted the new music to sound. So it really did work out for the best. But now we have all these half, 3/4 finished songs that just need to be polished and sent to mix and master. But what we're trying to do now is put out single video, because we love to have the video content, and it's hard to do a whole album's worth of video content. So we're just trying to put visual elements to each single as it comes out, and just constantly have them to roll out and get people excited about the new music.
Yeah. And with this new music, is it stuff that you guys probably didn't use on previous EPs or albums, or is this like all fresh new material?
It's all new. It's like I said, we've been writing for about the last year and a half, really since we finished the first album and we put that out. We just kept writing, and it's all new material. It's a whole different sound than the first album, which I'm happy about because it's it shows the growth of the band, and this is only the beginning for us, really. So.
And how does a band grow successfully with their fans and their lyrics? I mean, you obviously you have to mature up and you have to write different style of music, but how do you do that successfully without losing those fans?
Well, it's a good balance of making sure the music you're releasing is going to please the fans you have, but also doing your best to ensure that it's the type of music that if nobody had ever heard of the band before and they listen to the song, they'd become a fan.
Right.
So you don't want to. It's difficult because it's walking a fine line. You don't want to alienate your fans that love you.
Right.
You also don't want to alienate people who might potentially become new fans.
Right.
So it's making music that brings those people together. And I'd love for us to be playing shows and seeing the usual suspects that are in the crowd,
right,
mixed with new people. I mean, that's like a dream come true for any band.
And how big of a change is the new music? Is this like a One Direction Zayn type of change, or is it a more subtle type of change?
No, I think it's just the natural direction of where the band is going. I mean, we come from, we listen to bands like Taking Back Sunday and Third Eye Blind when we were growing up. So there's definitely more guitar in it. All of our songs have guitar in it in some degree. These just have a little bit more. So I think it's just the natural direction of where the band, is always going to go.
But don't kid yourself. We do have some tricks up our sleeves.
All right.
I think people are going to be really stoked with the next music that comes out, and I think they're going to love it.
And with this direction, or with this love of bands like Taking Back Sunday and Yellow Card and all the pop punk that's out there, why haven't we seen you guys on Warped Tour? What's wrong with you?
That's a good question, actually. I think Warped Tour would be a great venue for us to play. Actually, funny enough, my first show that I ever played was with a punk emo band in 2007.
Something like that. Yeah.
2007, and the band was called. I just teamed up with them. I'd like sang for them one time. They're like, "Well, can you sing for this show?" And it was on the Ernie Ball stage at Warped Tour, and the band was called Lovers Make Liars. So that gives you an idea.
You're taking this way back.
Way emo. But that was my first show, and ironically enough, the other day I was driving down the 405, and I saw the Ernie Ball stage, because the stage is on a truck.
Right.
And it was like, it brought back memories, because it's been almost a decade since then, which seems crazy, because I don't feel old at all, and I'm not, but it just has been a long time. And I think Warped Tour would be wonderful. The whole thing is just planning that way ahead of time, and that's your whole summer.
Yeah.
So we just have to.
plans.
I don't really see it as something that is totally undoable. I think we could.
I'd love to do Warped.
Yeah, I think we could do that.
Yeah, that would be fun. And we have a lot of friends out there, so it would kind of be like a family reunion.
Might be able
Right.
to like share a bus with another band, you know?
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Now, last time we spoke, we talked about how you wanted to do some kind of collaboration with Adam Lazzara. We got him to actually tweet about it.
No.
You do not remember? He like replied saying, "Let's do something." I'm a little disappointed in you, Kendall.
Oh man.
We just wasted a great opportunity right now.
No, that's I'm like, dude,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
so much happens, but that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's like my dude crush.
Right. I remember that.
Wow.
Okay, I need to go back on those
Go back.
tweets,
Let's go
and
back
I gotta
and
send
look.
it to you,
You
and we
gotta-
gotta make it happen.
I chatted with him. You want to know how my conversation with him went? We went to a show was it Club Nokia? Yeah. And he knew the manager somehow, or the tour manager, and we're up in the VIP section before the show, just everyone's hanging, and he's sitting there with a beer, and I'm like, this is my chance. I gotta if I'm gonna talk to him, here it is. So I went and grabbed a beer, and I stood next to him, kind of like I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "Oh, good, man, good." And I was like, "So touring, huh?" It's like super fun, you know? And he's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, great, man. That's really cool. You know, South America, like I just did a tour in South America. That was really funny. He's like, oh, we've never played down there. And I was like, okay, yeah, I just wanted to tell you I'm a huge fan. Like, and then I went into that spiel, and that was super embarrassing. I didn't know what to say to him. I was just like, oh, well, they're on tour, so touring's fun, huh? I honestly was kind of an idiot.
That's awesome that, someone with the stature like you guys can get that way with someone else,
That was like, not to make them feel old at all, but that was like my 13 to now. I mean, Taking Back Sunday is still like my favorite band of all time. It's like Taking Back Sunday and Incubus are like right in that place together. And we've been fortunate enough to meet both all of Taking Back Sunday, and then I've been able to see, we saw Brandon Boyd play, we saw Incubus play in a little tiny shows, so we've been really blessed to be able to actually meet our idol bands.
Now, with that being said, are you guys going to go to Taste of Chaos this year? Because Taking Back Sunday is headlining.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
I
With
would-
Dashboard.
With Dashboard?
Dashboard. I think it's
wow.
in June or July.
Wow, talk about a throwback.
Yeah.
Man, Dashboard for sure. I would love to go if we're in town and available. Yeah, that would be awesome to
I
go.
know June
Yeah.
and July is like coming up on our busy times.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
we're here, we're there.
So you're going to start touring in the States, not outside of the States? Because that's all you guys have been doing.
Well,
I haven't seen a tour here in the States, and I'm kind of disappointed in you guys for
The
that.
world is a big place, and it needs love too. That being said, we are planning to do stuff in the States. We're planning to do stuff more in Europe, and then of course Latin America is one of our number one targets to always go play shows, and we're definitely going to try to get down there again this year as well.
Yeah. Now, I heard that you guys are nominated for an Icon Award in
Italy.
South America or Italy.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
You know, the Italians, if there's one thing that
Why
we
do
know-
Italians like this band for some reason?
Well,
What's going on
the
here?
dashing good looks,
Right. Our love of pasta.
which, man, you eat a lot of pasta when you're there. That's no
Yeah.
joke. Like, I thought it was like, oh, haha, pasta, Italy. But no, there's pasta everywhere,
Man.
every meal. And it's good and it's delicious. But no, this award, look, we had a meteoric rise in Italy this last year. And to top it off with this award, very cool. And we're going, it's in, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Ischia. Ischia. It's just because the CH and the I, it's complicated in Italian, so I don't know. It's hard to understand what that is. But
Right.
it's an island, I know that.
Okay.
And it's a very beautiful event. And one of the past winners was like Selena Gomez. So to be in that company is very cool. And we feel blessed to have some Italian love.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what else can we expect for you guys from now till maybe you guys go on tour or drop an album?
Now till our next interview.
Yes. Exactly. Hopefully it's not another 2 years.
Hopefully, it's more tweets from Taking Back Sunday.
That would be ideal, and hopefully you guys reply and do something about it.
Yeah, dude, I feel so dumb now that I didn't like jump on that. We're going to look back and we're going to find it.
Yes, we are.
And I'm going to send one of those creepy, like, hey, so touring, huh? to Adam Lazara. But what's up next? We got, of course, new music.
Right.
No specifics on when it's going to come out. But people are going to love the next song.
All right. And one of the hardest parts of writing new material for Heffron Drive is?
Really buckling down and finishing it.
That sounds about right.
Like I was saying before, it's just two people doing the music, so it's difficult. It's difficult because
Right.
we have to do that, finish it, and also tour at the same time. I'm sure people like Skrillex and Diplo are like, "Oh, give me a break." Like they're flying all over the place doing stuff on their laptops as well.
Right.
Difficult is constantly innovating your lyrics, you know, trying to always come up with stuff that has deep messaging and things that really connects to people. That's always difficult. I think that's difficult for any artist, you know, because to really make an impact with lyrics, it has to be pretty deep.